Hi everybody, WaxFraud here, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Hardcore Let's Play series. Today we are on episode 20 and we're starting out in the brand new auto storage system. This is the largest storage hall that I have ever made. We have all of the building blocks that we could possibly need in here. All of the stone types, all of the wood types are in here, and there's a lot of room for expansion. We turned this into the ultimate survival base as well. We have everything that we could need for survival, plus a way to get in and out via the nether portal. We have some aquariums. These fish are hopefully living a happy life in here. The newest addition to the input systems were these comparators though, because if you put some items into the chest and as it's sorting through, it will light up, showing that I already have items in here. I just thought that was a fun addition and pretty helpful because you can see which chests are being used and which ones are not being used. Today we are working on a happy ghast sanctuary and I'm going to be building up in some mountains. Boo and Marshmallow need a home, and so we're going to make one for them today. Also, I had a lot of comments in the last episode wondering if I'm going to build anything over the top of the auto storage system. I probably will. I just haven't gotten there yet. I really like how it's just a nice humble entrance in the middle of the forest right now. But most likely we will be getting a giant structure up here to cover that hole up. Also, before we start building today, I'm going to be fighting a wither. We need a new beacon. I've been using my beacons all around town and I just kind of want an extra one with me, so it's time to fight the wither today. You'll notice the auto storage system isn't too far away. You can see the beacon where it's coming from right now, but if I fly home, there are a couple mountain tops that I think would work very well for the Happy Ghast sanctuaries. This one in particular seems pretty nice. It is a little big though. We could go up here. Just needs a little bit of landscaping, a little bit of rework. But yeah, it's a very short flight home, not too bad. It's even shorter if you use the nether portal. We also just hit the 6,000 day milestone, so thank you guys for watching these past 6,000 days. I appreciate all the support. In the last episode, I wanted to show you what we did down here. We actually turned the storage system into a nice cozy armor stand setup. Grabbing some shears though, because I didn't realize that the glow berries that I put over the armor stands would just grow right through them, so we're gonna have to take these guys up. You'll also notice that I have one extra slot here for the upcoming copper armor. I cannot wait to get that there, but we have the leather, we have the chainmail, we have the gold, we have iron and diamond, but the copper is missing. Let's get this last one here. Alright, so let's go down to the bedrock and let's get this wither defeated. It's been about 1,000 days since we beat the last wither, so it's about time we get in a battle. We have a brand new hallway if you didn't notice. This was built over a long play, and thanks for watching that if you did, but there should be some purple walls coming right here. There we go. So this will take you to the geode, and this one over here takes us to the hallways that we've been fighting all of the withers in. I can feel when I'm close because we are listening to so many chickens. There's at least 100 down here. I gotta make some new wither roses, so, I mean, oh my god, there's so many. Kind of loud right here. Feel bad for them. They're just gonna turn into some flowers, but, I mean, it is all for the greater good. I'm gonna put on my chest plate for safe measure, and we got the last one here. Okay, let's go, buddy. You are going down. He's about to explode. I might want to back up just a little bit further. Let's get back here. I'm ready to shoot, and you're done. Let's go, buddy. No more chickens, unfortunately. They all just pooped away. This guy is moving fast, though. Holy moly. Oh, they're sending the arrows back. It's time to hit him right here. You're going down, dude. There's absolutely no way you're getting any damage on me. Not today, not today. He is gone, and we are left with a nether star. Let's go. Light the hallway up. I am curious. Okay, that's a lot of wither roses. Almost 2.5 stacks to be exact. All right, not too bad. Looks like we get a little bit of free gold while we're here, too. Well, that was nice and easy. After you'd kill like 10 withers, it really just becomes nothing. Daniel, you're never gonna believe what just happened. We just beat the wither without him laying a single finger on us. Let's get the wither roses back into the storage. And by the way, all of this foliage, all the flowers, leaves, and all the saplings, everything like that, most likely, I think eventually I'm gonna move it to the auto storage system, but for now it's okay here still. I just wanted to get all of the regular building blocks over there. But like I said, the auto storage system is expandable, so we're gonna get the rest of the items there sooner or later. With the glass and obsidian, we have all of the items needed to make a new beacon, and perfect. Before I head out to start landscaping, I am gonna stop at the bee sanctuary real quick. I need some more honeycombs. I have been running low on candles. By far, one of the coolest items in the game to ever be added are the candles, and I need a lot more of them if I want to do some more interior decoration. I'd like to start building, but I don't want to build at night, so let's just get to the top of Waxtro. So I'm going to place a bed down here, and we're going to take a quick little nap. Nothing like sleeping under the stars, the crescent moon, and the aurora borealis. Man, what a good night. When we don't use the nether portal to get to the auto storage, it's usually this giant lump of land that we're flying over. And flying around, I don't really see any cooler lumps of land, so I think this might be the lump that we build on. Looks like there's some caves to light up and some grass to flatten. Maybe let's start in the caves so we don't end up dealing with any creepers coming out. And there are a lot of animals up here. We got chickens, sheep, cows, everything, and pigs. There's everything up here. Hopefully these guys like the landscaping project that's about to ensue. Luckily, there's a lot of openings where the sun can get through, and we have a baby zombie. Get out of here, dude. Just get out. Get out! I am on fire because of your son. You get out of here, too. More zombies? My goodness. Alright, buddy. Let's take it easy. I'm glad we're lighting this up. This is a dangerous cave already. There could be creepers lurking absolutely anywhere. Lot of different openings. I'm gonna miss something. Is that a witch? That is a witch. Alright, we're gonna have to take this guy down. Be gone, sir. I'm not even gonna give you a chance to throw anything. Thank you for the redstone. I need that. This is taking me back to episode 1, just caving and mining, avoiding creepers and skeletons at all costs. This cave's a lot bigger than I thought it was. We've used up like half of the torches. Ooh, and we have an emerald. Gotta get the silk pickaxe out. Make ourselves a little staircase so we don't get caught up, and this one is mine. And I'm hearing some skeletons in the walls, which means there are some more hidden caves even beyond these ones. I feel like we're covering a lot of ground so far, though. We're doing pretty good. There's another zombie. Okay, we got more caves. Some lava giving us some natural light, but not in these directions. If we fly out, there's gonna be some extra openings. Yep, there we go. So we gotta make sure that we leave nothing unsearched. It would be tragic if creepers ended up coming out of these caves and causing some issues. Like this guy right here. We got creepers, we got baby zombies, there's skeletons down there. This is just not looking good. Get out. Oh yeah, this is a large cave right here. Whoa, don't be shooting at me, buddy. Whoa, what was that? Where did he come from? See, now this is why we clear out all of the danger. It's because of that right there. If I was moving any slower, I could have popped a totem. And there's another one right here. Dude, get out of here. Get off my mountain. We've at least got 90% of the caves down there cleared out. I couldn't find any other openings, so for right now, I think we're safe to start landscaping. I want to get a grasp of what I'm working with real quick, so let's perch up over on the other mountain where Waxteros is held. Yeah, so this isn't too big. It looks a lot bigger when you're on it, but it's not nearly as big as I thought. Maybe if we take down about 3 layers, it would be flat all the way around. There's a big divot in the middle we could fill in with all of the grass that we take out right here, but without further ado, let's just get started. Sorry to all the animals up here, though. I'm going to be moving in some gas and just kind of displacing these guys. You're going to have to make your way down the mountain, and you're going to have to do it peacefully, because I don't want to have to get involved in that process. I love landscaping. It is just so peaceful. It's entirely possible we have a lot more layers of stone to take out below this one. I think it's pretty flat for the most part, but I do want to get this all moss or grass, so I'm going to get a beacon going up here a little bit, because I think the build is going to be on stilts. And by that, I mean probably getting the build up about 3-4 blocks on some oak logs, and then starting the build on top of that. Pop that in here, we'll get a little bit of iron in, get some haste 2 going. Perfect. Then we can jump down and start slapping all this stone out of here. This whole mountain's down about 3 levels, and maybe that'll do for now. I might need to expand a little bit to make it more of a perfect circle. I am starting to wonder, though, how many of these animals are going to be chilling under the build if I start to put it on stilts. Because it seems like they sure do love this mountain. Now I'm just going to bring the island out a little bit in each direction just so that we can start to cover up some of these caves and, you know, just make it a little bit more of a smooth surface. I think there's a giant cave over here that I missed, and yeah, this is huge. Oh my god, there's zombies everywhere. You guys are absolutely crazy. The sun is out. You can't follow me out here. Looks like I just hopped right over it and then missed this part. I don't even know how I did that, but we got some skeletons to kill. Looks like there's creepers down here too. Just gotta hop back into the corners, make sure nothing is gonna spawn anymore. You be gone, and you be gone. There's even more hidden openings that I missed. My goodness, I really gotta be careful. I'm just zigzagging all the way down, making sure nothing can spawn. Nice little waterfall. But this thing is way deeper than I thought it would be. Oh my gosh, it's an actual cave down here. We are preventing all mobs from spawning, and there's more skeletons. Somehow there's bones all the way in here. I did not kill this skeleton. There's just a random floating bone. It goes even deeper, but actually nothing can get up here any longer, so I think we're okay. This mountain turned out to be way more hollow than I originally thought it was. Can I get out? Oh, nope, hold on. Yes. Now we just need to pop back on the side and get some grass. Ooh, sorry, Enderman. You are gonna have to get trapped in here. Layer by layer, I am making this place inescapable. Landscaping mountains is easier than I thought it'd be. You just build straight up. The last few layers here, maybe just this right there, and slap these guys down. What do we have here? Let's take a look. Oh man, it's almost like there was never even a cave here. There's some small indentations that we left, but these are easy fixes. Now I'd just like to do this to the rest of the mountain before we start the initial foundation for the build. We're basically just making brand new caves down here, but this is going to look so much nicer. Now the flat top needs to get lit up before this just inevitably turns into a mob spawner. Back to the auto sorting system again and again. Let's get some oak logs to get the stilts going, and I think I'm going to use some spruce slabbage. We don't have too much, so let's get some more spruce logs, and I think we are going to actually use some of the oak slabbage as well. Before I go back home, I got the brush with me. There are some suspicious gravel over here that we're going to have to take down. Already got one pottery sherd right off the bat. Let's go. Is this an axe? Okay, an iron axe. That's not bad. If you found that early game, that would be amazing. And wait, what do we have here? This is insane. It's always strange finding floating water like this. I'm going to leave this alone. This is just a gem right here, and it's raining. Let's take this guy out, and I'll take the coal, I guess. More pottery sherds. I will take these all day long. Ooh, an emerald. Okay, thank you very much. Feeling a little bit rich. And we got a buried treasure map, some more coal, and some more wheat. And this guy right here is delivering us a nautilus shell. Thank you, dude. Wait, another buried treasure map? Okay, I'll take that. I feel like it's pretty rare to find two treasure maps in the same location. Let me know if you guys have ever had something like that happen to you. Feeling pretty lucky right now, and I believe we've already found this treasure. If it's this close to home, we had to have already found it. Maybe we haven't. I don't think I've been here before. We should be right on the X. Maybe it's just a little bit deeper than I thought. I'm standing in the right spot, too. It's in the 9-9 location in this chunk, and I am going below the diorite, which means I don't think it's here. It may not have actually spawned in. 5 pottery sherds and 2 extra treasure maps. Not a bad find, though. Now to start building, we have a large enough area now to make a pretty big square. Let's get up about 4 blocks. I'm going to space these out with 5 blocks in between. I'm leaving these down real quick. I don't know if I'm going to make it a little bit longer. I thought it was going to be a perfect square, but it's going to be much more of a rectangle. I'm going to take the oak slabs all the way around the edge. These builds always end up a little bit larger than I think they're going to be. But it's no big deal. It's just whatever looks good, that's what makes me happy. Just going to try it out real quick to see if it looks better with the slab on top of the oak log instead of right next to it. And then we'll move into the spruce slabs right here. We'll go on the outside, and there's a creeper following me. This is not good. Sir, you do not belong here. You're just going to wreck the build. Get out. You get out of here, buddy. You're not helping me build. I'm keeping my bed on the beacon, though, because the creepers, the skeletons, and the zombies, they just keep crawling up the side of the mountain. Sir, put down the shovel. Back away. Back away, sir. We had a minor change on the end, and just so I didn't have to build on a slab, I decided to go up with the stairs. And if we drop down below, I decided to use the spruce stairs as well. No more spruce slabs. This thing will look like it has a lot more structural integrity if we start to use more spruce stairs up against the oak logs. I was thinking maybe some barrels below the oak logs would look good, but I don't know. The texture, I really like the texture of the oak logs, and the barrel doesn't really match. It works well with the stripped spruce, but not necessarily the unstripped oak. Just for some extra designs up here, we're going with some chiseled bookshelves in between some of the oak planks. I'm starting to pretty much use these in any oak pathway. I just think they look amazing. Trying to use some blocks that I normally don't use, and so going from slabs to oak stairs to the chiseled bookshelves into the pistons I thought might be a cool idea. Now I'm spacing out the spruce logs, giving a 5x5 space on the inside for the ghasts to hang out, just so they have a little bit of comfortability and they still can't escape. But spacing them out like this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 different spots, with 2 in the corner that I'm probably going to build taller just so that we can turn them into towers. About 11 or 13 blocks up is about as high as we're gonna go. Maybe the towers in the back could be about 19 to 21 blocks high. Super shady under here. Now let's take all of our storage upstairs with us. From this point forward, the small oak courtyard in the center is just gonna be where we store everything. Unlike the oak logs down below the build, these spruce pillars are getting stripped. And like I mentioned earlier, the barrels always end up looking a little bit better on the stripped spruce logs. So it's time to get all of these replaced. Let's go ahead and slap them in. The ghasts are probably going to be about 3 levels up, just hovering there. That gives me a little bit of space down here. Kind of like a crawl space, actually, under the garage. But I need about 3 blocks of space for room, and let's get these stripped too. I just want to be able to store things down there, and I think we can get a nice spruce staircase on the side. We can start to build some walkways around the back, and then get some spruce stairs going up in between the garages so we can reach the top levels. Reaching the top level allows us to get on top of the ghast whenever we need to take off. We might need to make this about 2 blocks wide so that we can make a fence. I think it looks nice when the trap doors, or the railing in this case, are the same color as the floor, so I'm going to use oak trap doors going all the way up the stairs. Then the same thing we did on the bottom, I am starting to get some more barrels up here on the foundation where the stripped spruce would have gone, but I think the barrels just look much nicer. In the back corner where the towers are going to go, I figured it'd be nice to get some storage on this upper level, so let's get some planks in here. Instead of putting a ghast here, this is going to be just mainly for storage. Then we're going to continue moving up with the oak trap doors. These are really making the build pop. For inspiration on this build, I actually watched a few different videos of people trying to house the ghast, and one of my favorites was by Zapixel doing a docking station for the ghast, and one of the favorite parts in that video of mine was when they put these stairs on the top and the bottom of these spruce logs and then covered up the back with trap doors. I'm going to be putting the link to that video in the description because I used that for inspiration for this build, and I really did like that video. So I thought it'd be cool if you guys saw it too, just to see exactly where the idea for this build came from. So we have the railing going out just 1 block further than the secondary railing, but I'd like to get up just a little bit further. Let's make some stairs moving in. Connect these stairs right here and slap some slabs down for the floor. We're going to leave roof openings just large enough so that I can squeeze through here. And you probably guessed it, but I wanted to use deep slate for the roof because deep slate tiles are my favorite block. We'll use a stair, then a block, 1 more stair, and you know what, let's do a tile slab into a stair, and then boom. Instead of covering the entire roof, we'll leave it opening so the ghast can get some airflow in here. I just want these roofs to look as cozy as they possibly can. Also, while recording this video, we just hit 400,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys are the best community anybody could ever ask for, so thank you guys so much. I've been making content for about 5 years now on YouTube, and it has just been a fun ride the entire time, mostly because you guys are amazing. But yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys real quick for all the support, and for being there for me, and just for being chill. Hanging out on the live streams with you guys is one of the highlights of my day every single day, and I just love it. Thank you guys so much. Back to the build, though. These aren't looking too bad. It's kind of like a black skeleton right here. This is cool, but just to cover up some of the spruce, let's get some slabbage right there. We don't really need any of the exposed log at the top. Yeah, I'm glad I chose deep slate. These are looking fantastic up here. Ooh, yeah, I'm glad I chose the deep slate for real. This is looking fantastic. Let's finish this up. Okay, perfect. Let's get to the back, and we need to start getting some of the lanterns in so we don't have to use any more torches. And get some scaffolding up a little bit higher, because I can't reach the top. There we go. And I'm not sure if they're spawning down here or just wandering under here, but I have stuff that's just... I mean, what's the skeleton doing? These guys need to stay out of my gas garage. While we're under here, we could get rid of some of these torches by going directly in the center of each of these squares and placing a lantern down here as well. Luckily in the back, the second floor is pretty much at the roof, so we don't need the scaffolding, but if I put a lantern right here, I cannot use this stair anymore, so luckily we have just enough space to go right around. I'm gonna have to make sure to create that space as well, because I want to be able to walk back here with ease. I don't want to get stuck. That means placing a couple more slabs like that, and most likely some more fencing. It's gonna be a weird build, but in the end, it's gonna look very symmetrical, and that's pretty much what I care about the most. The one thing that's not symmetrical so far is the center stair, though. I didn't really want to double it up, and so it's just going to be on the left side and the other one on the right side. But nobody's going to notice that except for me, really. Before we move the ghasts into their respective locations, I'm going to get some trapdoors right here for a little bit of extra flooring for myself, and I think this will also block them from being able to fly through the bottom. It's possible they escape through the sides, so I'm going to get some tough brick walls and some oak fences up here just to limit their space. I want them to still have space, but it needs to be limited on the sides. On the back side, we're going to use the same pattern. We'll get the walls right here behind every barrel just so it looks even. Most of my builds lately have had a lot of different blocks, but this one I'm pretty much just keeping it deep slate, tough, oak, and spruce, with the occasional jungle trapdoor every now and then. It is a pretty cool feeling having the railing right here. It makes you feel safe, secure, and I think it just looks nice, but if it wanted to be a little nicer, we could put some oak fence gates connected to some walls on the ceiling. I think this is a good way to make you feel much more immersed on the backside of the build. Moving up to the top floor, before we get the tower built, I'm going to do the exact same thing, where the bottom of the pillars are going to mark where the walls go. Working my way around the corners, I really would like it to feel like this is not just hanging. This entire staircase looks like it could just fall, so let's take a couple spruce logs and move up a little further. Jump down and get these guys stripped. I am tired of these guys putting grass all over the builds. Oh, and he must have been listening. He's gone. It might still be possible for the ghast to leave through the top area, and I might put just another fence gate back there so I can walk through, but on this side I'm not really walking through at any point in time, so let's go ahead and just try to get a little bit of an arch here. Get one more in the middle, let's jump down, and you know, I like that, especially when it's not the tile, we're just using the brick right below. Let's take this out right here, and this out right here, and then we'll take this out. Wait, hold on. Maybe we should go up right there. Take these top three. Hold on, let's take you out. We got boom, and then one more to go, and boom. Does that look better? And that looks way better. And you know what's in the way? The beacon. The beacon is now in the way. I don't need it anymore. It's time for it to go. There comes a time during every build when the beacon must go. Now with this gone, we can start to visualize what's going to go in the center, and I'm leaning towards a little ghastling pool. That way they have a dedicated area to get rehydrated. We still have plenty of torches on the floor, so let's use some of the tough brick walls and put these up against the barrels, only to put a lantern on top of them. This will be the first project in a good long while that I haven't used any end rods, but I guess we're not done yet. Back up at the top, though, I would like to make it so the ghast cannot leave whatsoever, and I also want to block off any portion where the logs are connecting, so we're going to use trapdoors. And then right below the trapdoors, we're going to get myself a fence gate. Perfect. Okay, so now I can get through any time. But more importantly, the ghast can never leave. We're going to do a little bit of experimentation. I don't really want the gas to be able to leave from the front side whatsoever. I know I keep saying that, but I mean it. If they escape, then it's just going to be an issue. It'll be a problem. So let's get some fences right there, and I guess we can put one right here. No, wait, hold on. Let's take this out and then reconnect it here, and boom. Not bad. I like that. Well, and I hear a baby zombie down below, but I really like the way this looks. It's a very neutral build, though, so far, so you know what? We're getting some plants down here. Flowering azaleas are the way to go. These are by far still the coolest leaf in the game, and they make every build look so much nicer. And immediately the build has just 10 times as much color. We should work on getting some lanterns on the back side of the build, too, before anything starts to spawn here. And you know what? I'm pretty sure, yep, I only have 3 lanterns left, so I am out, which gives me an excuse to go back to the starter house and pick up Rick Ghastly. This guy has been chilling. And wait, he doesn't even have a lead. Where's your lead? Slowly and surely getting away from the starter house. This is probably going to take about 10 minutes. Man, I do love the happy gas, but boy are these guys slow. I mean, I wish there was a potion that made these guys go faster. Even a 20% increase in speed would be amazing. Also, since these guys have such low health, I think it'd be awesome if you could apply some armor to them as well. This thing is looking pretty cool right now with the sunrise. It's starting to look like a hotel construction. Flying over the new train tracks. Thank you guys for watching this long play, by the way. This tunnel took about 3 hours to build, so I really appreciate the support on those videos. Down we go. Let's see if he can fit right in. Hold on, let's squeeze in here. Just gotta move up a little bit. I think I need to flip some of these trapdoors so that he can fit. Let's move in, and okay, perfect. He is in. Out, wait. I'm just getting slapped through the walls here. Hold on, let's go back a little bit further. Let's break you, and okay, I think we're okay to move up a little bit. If I dismount, he is oh, perfect. Okay, so let's get these trapdoors flipped back up. He can now not leave. That's good. He doesn't have a way to see. Hold on, let's jump up real quick. I'll use the leaves. Maybe if we just take this out, that, there you go. What's up, dude? Rick and I are getting close and personal right now. Sorry, dude, I'm just trying to build around you. I don't really want to block off your eyesight, so maybe we should take these stairs out. I wonder what I can do if I put this here and put that there. He still can't move, so actually, you know what? I think we're okay. The fact that we don't have to use a lead on this guy right now, I mean, that's just the best part of this build. Technically, there's enough room for him to leave, but he's just not leaving, so, I mean, we're just gonna have to cross our fingers and hope he doesn't, or we could add maybe some trapdoors to the side. I wonder if this will block him. Let's go to the Guardian farm real quick, get one more of the happy gas, and if we come back and he's gone, then we'll have to do a little bit of reconstruction. This project still amazes me, just how long it took for me to build and just everything. I'm just obsessed with it. And, oh, there he is, all the way at the top, and boom. So this is Gastro. Hopefully I can just get right through the center window. I believe he is small enough to fit. And like a glove. Okay, perfect. Now we have another 10-minute journey back to the Ghast Sanctuary. And I think we're just going to call them Ghast Garages, because, I mean, we are just parking them there. I've heard Sanctuary, Docking Station, but Ghast Garages really just rolls off the tongue a little bit more. See you later, Guardian Farm. We'll be back soon for more Prismarine. I am not even kidding when I say it's been like half the time the sun has been out during this Minecraft day that we have just been holding W and going forward. This has been a long journey. Gastro, please hurry up. This guy and Rick Ghastly notoriously do not get along, so I'm gonna go over here. Let's break some of the spruce so that he can see. We don't need his vision blocked. Open up some of the trap doors so that we can fit in nice and comfortably. Okay, perfect. He is locked and loaded. Let's go. Close these up, maybe put a trap door right there, close these up, and do the same thing on the other side. This is perfect. And you know what? Before we go get the other 2 from the auto storage system, we have Boo and Marshmallow over there. I want to get 2 baby gaslings, and let's just craft them, by the way, and then we will put them in a little pool in the center. Since I'm not using the corners, we only need 16 gas tiers. But we do have to head back to the auto storage to get some soul sand, so you know what, maybe we should just pick up Boo and Marshmallow on the way. Not sure many times I'm gonna have to come back here today, but probably quite a few trips. But before I leave, I do want to show you, I recently did a live stream while recording this episode, and we brought all of the leaf types and all of the corresponding sapling types. We still have one extra slot for whatever new tree gets added to the game next, but I'm not going to add any of the flowers or any other foliage, just the leaves and the saplings. Now we have almost 300 individual items getting sorted in here. It's just absolutely insane how much you can fit in your auto storage system. Let's take the lead, and yep, got him. Hold on, let's go around, get Marshmallow. I'll take you right here, and let's just hop on. Wait, no, what happened? I'd like to hop on you. There we go, okay. So now we can take a couple years to get back to the gas garages. We'll be traveling all night long. I'll see you guys in about a decade. It's a new day. We still got the 2 ghasts in here locked and loaded. They haven't moved an inch. We are finally back home, though. Okay, so we have, what is this, orange and light blue. Let's see, what would look good next to each other? Maybe let's just get orange in here. Open it up a little bit, and let's slide right in. There we go. Oh, and oh, I can't see. So he should be good right here, and let's just hop on Boo and bring him to the other side. Alright, he is parked, the logs are out of the way, so he's able to see, and oh, it looks like I still need to take this one out. My bad, dude. My bad, dude, not trying to take away your vision. I have a temporary pool set up for the gaslings. I'm gonna go ahead and get them in. And Rick Ghastly, how did you escape already? I was just here like 5 seconds ago. Hold on, buddy. I'm gonna slide him back in, and he is now good to go. I'm gonna have to get a couple more blocks in here for a barrier. Let's make this an official pool right here, and we have 2 dried gas ready to go. These things are way too cute. The sounds they make are awesome, and I like how they don't take very much time to get rehydrated. I'm gonna have to get up on his level over here. Okay, Rick, you're not going anywhere. I'm gonna get some fences on the side, and we'll get this closed up with a few fence gates. I like this, though. It's nice and subtle right on the bottom of where they're going to be chilling, and all we have to do is open and close the fence gates when we're trying to leave. Actually, it seems like now that's not enough room. We're going to take out the fences and replace the corners with some fence gates as well. It actually seems like that may not work. We're going to have to take out the fences and replace them with fence gates on the corners. Then we can open these right there, and then we should be able to leave. And we're out. Okay, not too bad. This is perfect. As we're waiting for these guys to hydrate, what we could do is start to work on the corner towers. I'm going to make this at least 1 story taller, so let's go up about 3 and make a new room. I am thinking about adding some corresponding colors, depending on what color their harness is, to the bottom of each ghast garage, but over here, I think when this is popped up a little bit taller, this will really make the build come together. Instead of deep slate tile, I'm just going to use regular deep slate brick for these corners. The roof design we've been using has been pretty cozy, so I'm going to do the exact same design up here. There's no such thing as building in peace. Okay. Oh my god, these guys. Whoa, there's 4 of them. Get out. Get out. You're out of here, and you are out of here. Been working on this for a couple days straight. I completely forgot that phantoms existed. Ooh, they have smiley faces. They're getting close to transforming. I do like how the tower looks in the back, but maybe we need to build it a little taller. I think it's not really popping out enough. We have the first level right here. We can walk up to the second level. Actually, I'll take these out because these are now in the way, but you know, maybe an entire like 5 blocks up for a 3rd level would make it look nicer. I just heard a baby ghast, and oh wait, where is he? Oh, he's in here already. He's trying to get in. Dude, no, hold on. Let's get you out. Let's take you with me. Come on over here. I'm just tying you up next to the pool, and the other one was just born right now. We have 2 baby gaslings ready to be set up in the gas garages. These guys are awesome, man. Look at those little gills on the side. We'll let these guys grow up, give them their harnesses, and then move them into the middle spot and to the one on the right. Should open these up so I don't get caught on my way in. The noises these guys make is just so cute, though. I am not over it. That seriously only took about 5 minutes, though. It does not take very long for these gaslings to grow up at all. I'm only doing the front-facing side at first. Let's jump down. I just want to see if it looks good. I'm probably going to have to take down the other roof because I made it a little bit too short. And you know what? This is so much better. I haven't put too many stairs in the corners to kind of round off the edges, so let's just do that on this second level of the towers. If it doesn't look good, we can always replace it. I'm going to get the floor put down because I'm thinking... Hold on, we need a couple more planks. I'm thinking about putting a spiral staircase in the center to get me up to the top here. Let's just use more spruce logs. Set up a spruce perimeter. I'll open these back ways up so it doesn't seem so cramped, and we'll start the staircase spiraling up from right here. Okay, now that is cool. This is the highest point of the build so far, and we can get up here nice and easy with the staircase. I'm debating leaving the center pillar unstripped just so it can stand out a little bit, but this is now the highest point at which we can see from this build. I'm loving this. Just in time to see the sunrise too. Man, that is gorgeous. So far, I'm really liking everything. There are a few trap doors that I see I'm gonna have to add to the side of these builds, but for right now, at the bottom, I want to focus here and get a little bit more color in. I'm gonna take out these oak planks and replace them with some wool. This guy just followed me all the way over here. Rick Ghastly has cyan on the harness, though, so I'm gonna get some cyan wool down here. Another ring on the inside is gonna get covered with white wool. Drop down, get these, and the center block, let's just make that cyan again. Next, we got orange from my boy Marshmallow right up here. These are also most likely just going to be little gated areas, though, just for some storage and some items for decoration. Like, we could get some chests in here, some deco pots, and a few other items that I'll have to go back home for. I hear llamas, yep, and I hear the wandering trader making his Haas. Hold on, where are you at? Why? Oh, I almost looked right at the Enderman. That would have been a little dangerous. Buddy, what do you got for me? I mean, I guess, you know what? The corals are always not too bad to take. I definitely am taking the small drip leaves, though. One of my favorite plants in the game, yet I can never really get a hold of them too often. That'll be it. Thank you for the leads. Appreciate you. I guess I'll take your leather, too. I think the only witness was this chicken, so sorry, buddy. Sir, I'm just gonna trust that you will keep your mouth shut and believe that you saw nothing. Oh, okay, looks like one of them just grew up right now. Okay, buddy, I'm gonna hop on you. Well, I can't yet. Hold on, I need a harness. I'm just moving way too quickly. You're gonna take the magenta harness. Oh, that looks good. Forgot to take down these trapdoors, and we are in, locked and loaded. Hold on, Nate, never mind. Wait, there we go. And perfect timing, this guy just grew up as well. I love when you just hop on them and they just stop moving. They know exactly what to do. And the last one is going to be the lime green harness. Man, you are looking fantastic. Take away the lead. Get back here, buddy. I'm going to hop on you. Let's move you into your new home. And I think we're good. Perfect. Okay. Wait, hold on. No, we're not perfect. Let's take this out so you can see. Forgot to do that for the magenta as well. My bad, dude. We now have 6 happy ghasts with different colors in this build. Man, I love this update. I wanted to get 16 just so I could get every color, but I think 6 will work for now. We could build this again and or just expand this later on if we want to, but I was told by many people that the happy ghast cause lag in their worlds. Let me know if the happy ghast is causing lag in your world. I'm curious. I'm not sure why they would do that. I mean, it's only one entity. Maybe it's just because they're larger? Slapping a couple spruce trap doors onto the bottom, and for a little bit more light at the start of the tower staircase, let's get some bone meal onto some glow berries, get that sheared, no more growing. I'm doing what I can to add as much green color to this bottom section. Below each ghast, I think I'm going to have a small survival setup, so we'll get like a lectern here, we can get a bookshelf, and, you know, let's get some comparators, redstone items, stuff like that, on top of the scaffolding. Stone cutters on top of the bookshelves. I even brought some candles with me, I think, just back here, or just in the center, that would work. Behind the 3 main items, let's close it off with some trapdoors so it feels a little more like home. Now for some fencing, so the place doesn't seem so open. Let's get some dark fence gates in between all of the azalea flowers. I'm putting some of the dark oak fence gates in between the flowering azalea leaves, just because it needs to be a little bit more closed off. Take it around town. We'll even block off the stairs so there's more of an official entrance. It also kind of matches the unstripped spruce log in the tower. I want there to be more of a pathway in the back that's directed with the fence gate, so let's get some jungle fence gates, and we're going to go every 3 with a deep slate tile wall. Skeleton just shot an arrow at us. That's exactly why we are building this fence. If we round the corner over here, I was thinking about just stopping near the middle so we can have more of an official entrance. Then we'll just make our way all the way back around the build and slap some ferns in the pots. Another arrow was just shot at me. What is going on? The ferns do look good on the outside, especially with the azalea on the inside. Let's run upstairs real quick. I just hopped over the fence gate. Why do we even have one? But going up the stairs on the top balcony, it's time for some torch flowers. Around the other side, we can jump down one level and get torch flowers down here too. These are going to look pretty good in front of all of the Ghast garage doors. And I'm falling, but I can still get them from down here. I am starting to think that this fence gate right here, it makes a lot of sense, but this one just doesn't really, especially after we have more fence gates back here. It just blocks the stairs. Like, if I go over here, I mean, there's just no point. I'm glad we did some trial and error, though. It's always nice to see what works and what doesn't. I do have lanterns on this tower already, but I am just obsessed with end rods, so it's about time we get them over here. Now for some final details, we're going to get some birch buttons in between a lot of these cross points on the spruce logs. Inside of the garages, we're going to get some over here as well. I'm glad we went up here, though. I almost forgot a few trapdoors in the middle. I wanted to hop on the back side of the fence here, because while we have the trapdoors, I wanted to get one in every other block on the outside of this balcony. And just for a little bit more color up here, I'm adding some black stone buttons in between every spruce trapdoor. On the top floor of the tower, we do need an azalea in the center. This place needs a little bit more color, and I think if we end up with any extra gas, we can just put them right in here. Running around to the corner of the balconies, we have a little bit of an overhang, so I think it'd be okay if we had a hopper with a chain into some end rod action right there. That's not too bad. We're gonna go ahead and slap these down on every single corner. And I'm going to come back down below to the corner here. Let's get a hopper in, then a chain, and another end rod. We still have quite a few animals down here, and I think it's just because the grass is attracting them. We might need to turn this entire area into a moss field. Got about 10 stacks of bone meal. This is going to take me a little bit. Got a lot of ground to cover. But I think this mossy green is a little bit more vibrant for this mountaintop. It's going to make the build look much nicer. Yeah, I like this a lot more. The moss just pops. The grass is nice, but it just has a little bit of a neutral color on the mountain biomes. So let's pop up here. I have one more thing I want to put in the center, and that is the little ghastling pool. We have a 7x9 square. I'm going to leave this exposed for some extra materials. I think I have some glowstone with me. It's always nice when you have lights at the bottom of the pool. Then I'm going to alternate between chiseled stone and lodestones on the next level. Bringing a little bit of the nether over here for the ghastlings, just so they can feel at home from the beginning of life. Small staircase in the middle so that we can get up and down from the pool, and then let's get some little staircases upside down so we can place some flowers around. For a little bit more depth in the corner, I'm getting some polished andesite slabs, and as soon as we get this pool filled up and water sources are everywhere, I'm going to get one more ghastling in. Looks like we're good to go. Let's set this guy down in the center. Dude, this is glorious. You have the biggest pool that any ghastling has ever had in this world. And while we're waiting for this guy to rehydrate, I'm just going to remind you guys, we have two brand new ghasts, the lime green and the magenta. And feel free to throw out your name suggestions for these two new ghasts. At the beginning of the next episode, I'll be naming them based off of my favorite comments that you guys leave. Now that I'm up here, I'm thinking a little bit too much oak plank is going on in the center. Let's take this out and do a rectangle of the chiseled. Then I'm filling up this inner rectangle just to bring it all back in with the pistons. When this little ghastling grows up, I have the perfect name for him, and in the meantime, I'm going to get two places where I can tie them up. I'm going to have 6 garages, but up to 2 ghasts. I think I'll get maybe 2 more, and we'll leave them tied up right here. This place is not looking bad at all, not too shabby. I like all of the colors that we chose, and all of the survival areas underneath the garages look so cozy. I like these backside areas that allow us to look over the balcony into the other builds. Going up to the second level, we get that same feeling, but just even more immersed. The third level is where it really is fun, though, because then you get the view of the sky, and you can still look at all these surrounding builds, and in the future, there's going to be even more builds. We'll get some out here and on the other side. I'm excited about this. Anytime we need to travel via Ghast, we can just come right back here. Our newest ghastling has been born, and his name is Roger from now on. Actually, hold on. Don't go too far away from me, buddy. Get on the lead. You're getting tied up right here. Roger might be the cutest ghastling that I have ever seen in my life. I should stay away from the edge, though, because that skeleton down there, if he were to shoot 2 arrows up here and accidentally miss me and hit Roger, I think Roger would just be gone. Before I do anything else, I am taking to the top here. I want to make some quartz flags like I do in all the other builds. I can't believe I almost forgot. I'm pretty much only going to put this on the 2 top towers. Let's go up right here, and then we can jump up. We got 1, 2, we got 1, 2, 1, 2, and we'll have to drop down right there. 2 lanterns, and I think it'd be fun to put some torch flowers up the top. Kind of just wrapping up the design all the way to the bottom as well. And I believe I just looked over and I saw Roger. Yep, he is fully grown, and he's getting the blue harness today because blue seems to be what Roger likes the most. You guys, the Ghast garages are now complete. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you. This build was extremely fun to make, and live on stream, people have been coming up with some pretty cool names, like the gas station. Also, the Gastle is another one that I thought was really fun. I'm just gonna call these the gas garages for the video, but I might unofficially call it the Gastle. But anyways, this video was super fun to make. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember, we are live on Twitch every single day. Feel free to stop by anytime. Also, join the Discord if you want. The description down below has all of those links. Guys, remember to take care of yourselves, do something nice for somebody, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye.